Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Round Letter Podcast. Welcome to our weekend preview session where we talk about the weekend games. And I have my guy here with me, Aminu, DJ Aminu. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm good, Tenu. Nice touching up with you once again.
Nice one, nice one, nice
Mm.
one. So, it's the second week of the Premier League season. Lots of exciting games to come. So I think there's no better place to start than Liverpool, Newcastle, or rather Newcastle v Liverpool. I think this game couldn't have come at a better time, considering everything that's been happening in the transfer market and the Isak saga. So I think that would all add to the spice of this game. So it's the first home game for Newcastle, first away game for Liverpool, and uh, for Liverpool, I think this is going to be a different one because in the first game it was a very emotional game where they paid tribute to Jota. There were emotions everywhere. This would be a more uh, relaxed outing for them. So, what do you think about this game going in?
Okay, thanks. I think for starters, one constant in a Liverpool versus Newcastle game over time is a goal from Mo Salah.
Yeah,
That's a constant. I think in terms of how the Isak drama would affect both teams, I see the impact being on Newcastle, not Liverpool, because to be frank, Liverpool has a settled team that just won the league. The new signings seem to have settled well from what I've seen in the last two games. While Newcastle struggled to create against Aston Villa, it was very obvious that there was a gaping hole in attack. And if fillers in the press have to be believed, it seems like there's also a split in the dressing room.
yeah,
So
I saw that as well.
looking at both teams coming out on the pitch, it's hard to look beyond Liverpool taking this easily, way easier than I would think. I expect Newcastle to fall off with a whimper. And it still just brings us to the thing of when you're small, you're small. When you're big, you're big. I don't think Newcastle has that wherewithal or the clouds to manage the drama with Isak, which will be which will be easily nipped in the bud in any Liverpool team. Yeah, so it's just a case of you can spend one time going to the bar with the big boys. Doesn't automatically make you a big boy. I mean, Newcastle is giving us a very good display of what that means. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I hear all that. I hear all that, but don't you think as well that when a family fights, there is no a better way of of things turning better than fighting an outsider, like when someone else comes in. Don't you think this game will be a game when Newcastle would want to prove themselves, especially against Liverpool? Like, you are not coming here to bully us. You're not coming here to take our player. We are not the whipping boys you think we are. Don't you think Newcastle would have that fire under their belly to prove something to Newcastle? Although I hear what you said, because in the last game, you could see those frailties in Newcastle playing without a striker. They weren't dangerous at all. They just couldn't do anything. But don't you think, especially playing at home, there will just be that extra point to prove in this game?
Yes, I agree with that. There's the angle of having that hunger to prove a point, but I think the key thing is when a house is divided, how well can they fight those outside forces? So if the Fillers and the Predator train about Newcastle having a divided house, I can't see those players banding together to put up a very good performance against Liverpool. And it also demonstrates the frailties in that team for just a transfer saga leading to divisions within in the dressing room. It shows that psychologically that team is not up to the task. And also I can't see them having some reserve mental strength hidden somewhere to go up against a Liverpool team that, to be fair, are still looking good for their money right now.
Well, I tend to agree with you somewhat, but it's the Premier League, and we know this league
100%, I agree.
this league can spring some surprises here and there. So I truly won't be surprised if Newcastle do something in this game. But then I think the reasonable expectation is for Liverpool to win this game. But saying that, I also want to touch on Liverpool because we saw them against Bournemouth and we saw frailties in that side as well. Liverpool is not it's not like this stunning team we all think they are. We could see defensive frailties in that game. Do you think that those are things that Newcastle could exploit in this game as well?
Yes. So for Liverpool, I think for me, in my opinion, Liverpool have not looked like world beaters for the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
I think they won the league last year because they had a very good start, but towards the end of the season, they tailed off, and I think they've come into the new season with that form. It was evident against Bournemouth. Obviously, they have some new signings, which I think were very good signings, but
yeah,
and they seem to have settled in. But I think either way, they're still going to be too good for Newcastle. How that pans out for Liverpool as a team over the rest of the season, it's uncertain. It could be one of two things. Either the new signings bed in well and make an impact, especially Florian Wirtz and Ekitike,
yeah,
which would really help to cover the defensive frailties because in as much as they brought in two new defenders, they're heavily dependent on an aging Virgil van Dijk,
yeah.
who I think is going into the tail end of his career. So I think
I agree.
those defensive frailties would remain all season, and the onus would be on the attack to cover up for that. Would that be enough to win the league? Well, let's see where they are by December.
Okay, so I sense a prediction coming there now. So what's your prediction for the game? Scores.
For the game,
Yeah.
I definitely expect a Mo Salah goal.
Okay.
That's a constant in this fixture.
Yeah.
So I see it's a 3-1 for Liverpool.
3-1. Well, I would say 2-0 for Liverpool. I don't think Newcastle scores. I watched them last week. I can't see any bites in the attack. So
Yeah, but I don't think that Liverpool defense is really great.
yeah, but you have to have an attack to score as well. So
That's a
eh,
fair point.
yeah,
Maybe I can train my prediction to 4-0 if that's the case.
well, I'm sticking with 2-0 here. So apart from the game, I wanted us to touch on this Isak issue, and I wanted to know what you think about the issue. So he released a statement just after the PFA awards, and Newcastle released their own statement as well, and it's looking really really messy at the moment. So Newcastle is saying we have to get your valuation before you can go anywhere. He's saying there are broken promises, promises that weren't kept. And so, well, what do you think about this madness? I will give you my thoughts, but I want to hear from you.
This whole saga, I think for starters, Newcastle has an identity crisis as a club. I think they seem to misunderstand the wrong of the transfer market that they play in. And I think they need to come to terms with the fact that their players would always be easy pickings for the bigger teams. Yeah, so I think probably because they've had some injection of cash, had one or two good
Saudi
seasons.
money.
Yeah, but I had a couple of good seasons. They are under this delusion that they can rub shoulders with the likes of Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, and they've gotten an ass whooping in the transfer market this season. I think it's a thing of ego. Losing Isak to Liverpool would be like a crown of shame for Newcastle, and they're trying to avoid that. And if a gentleman's agreement existed in the past, they don't mind reneging on that just to prove a point. On the part of Isak, I think this is the type of drama we're seeing from a lot of players over time. An increasing case of player power in the game. I know, is there a way back for him? I would say yes. because I don't see Liverpool putting in 150 million for Isak in the next 2 weeks. I doubt that. So he would end up going back with his tail in his leg, between his legs, and begging to be integrated into that team.
Wow. Well, I agree with some of your points, but uh, I don't think there's any way back for Isak. I think the fans are against him now. I think some of his teammates are probably okay. He's not coming back because of this. Well, to me, I think this is just a crazy player power at play, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I think when a club signs a player and they give the player the platform to show
Himself,
himself, to see what he can do, I think the club has every right to demand whatever they deem fit, and also uh, uh, they should not be held to ransom or hostage by a player doing well at your club. And that's exactly what's happening. I think Isak has been acting like a spoiled child, uh, uh, going back to his former club to train. That was just crazy. When I heard that, I was like, that was just crazy. Going back to his former, so you are being paid by a club but you refuse to go train, you refuse to go to work, you go to your former club to train, that there should be a fine of about 4 weeks' wages already. You understand? So I understand Newcastle fans' anger at him, and if I was a Newcastle fan, I would be livid as well. He's not carried himself very well at all. Okay, fine.
yeah, I agree. So
Yeah,
if I was a Newcastle fan, I would be pissed.
yeah,
It's 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 a very bad example. We can see players like Garnacho doing a similar thing, trying to do
yeah,
something similar in Manu. But when
yeah,
push comes to shove, in the long run, football has to be played.
yeah.
You have
But
to get
but you think
results.
but you think with
So
Garnacho,
I see a Trevor's
Man
scenario
United
happening.
want Man United wants to get rid of Garnacho, so it's even a different issue. You understand? They actively want to, but this is a different case. Isak is the one who wants out, so his behavior is really disgraceful.
It's unprofessional.
Yeah, yeah. So if you want out, that's fine, but you have to remain a professional. You have to turn up. You
Yeah.
have to train. You have to play. You understand? Because you are being paid. So that aside, uh, like I said, I think there's no way back for him. What I think will happen is Newcastle will blink. Before the end of the transfer window, they will blink and they will accept the 120 or 110.
Is
Uh,
Liverpool ready to come back with 120?
yeah, definitely, I think so. I think they've indicated they will do that. So, uh,
Personally, I think 150 is a fair price for Isak.
yes, I agree. 150 is the fair price.
If Sesco is 80 million, who of the other Joker is 60 million, and like
Yeah. No, I agree. On fair value, a striker's going rate right now in the market. I think Isak, like I said earlier, Newcastle is well within their rights to demand what they value the player, which is at 150 million. But I don't think anyone is coming up with 150 million
definitely
for
not.
this.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying someone has to give. Something has to give. So before the end of the transfer window, I see Newcastle just being like, you know what? Let's just take
Can I be the
120
devil advocate for a
and
minute?
yeah,
So Isak is 27, right? Is it
yeah,
27?
I think
So
so.
so to make that big move, he basically has like this is like the best time for him to make that big move. And I don't think next year you have clubs wanting to pay 80, 90 million for a 28-year-old.
Yeah,
So you can understand the sentiments, but he has gone about it the wrong way.
the very wrong way. Yeah, he's gone about it the wrong way. So that's what I think about the issue, and that's what I think will happen at the end of the day. I think Newcastle will just be like, you know what? Let's just take Wisa. Let's take whoever we can get and get 120 million for this guy. He gets rid. And I think the Newcastle fans will be happy with that as well because they don't want to see that guy back. I personally think there's no way back for him. So that's that on the
Well,
Easter.
football is football. We think he has come back from worse.
Yes, yes, but this is, well, you could be right.
Like
We'll just,
seven at Man City.
yeah.
I think
We'll,
that was bigger than this.
yeah, you're right though. You're right. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on, we're moving on to the Tottenham Man City game. So this fixture is one that Pep Guardiola has found very, very difficult in his time at England, especially away, when they go away to Spurs. He just can't beat Spurs. I think he's only beaten them maybe once or so, once or twice away. But this is a home game. It's going to be different. 12:30 kickoff. Both games won their opening matches really convincingly. And talking about those games, we all saw the wonderful goal from Richarlison. I wonder where where has Richarlison gotten this from? And then I remembered, oh, the World Cup is next year. So because
And I think he starts season strongly.
yeah, he's been very good. This guy has been ghosting and stealing a living for a while now, and then the World Cup is coming. He has turned into prime Ronaldo. So, but talking about the fixture, uh, both teams won their opening games very convincingly. New signings turning up and playing very well. What do you think about this game?
Okay. For me, yeah, they won their first games convincingly, but in the case of City, they won convincingly against a Wolves team that has been trying their best to get relegated for the last 4 or 5 seasons. Fulham had one of those games against a not too good team, right? Which they were expected to win.
Yeah, both
So,
teams
so
were
the
poor. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So the question is, I can't really go off those first 2 games, but we can go off the history of this fixture and look at both teams. Looking at Spurs' performance against PSG, I don't think they did too badly, even though they threw away a 2-goal lead. And this is a very difficult fixture for City. So I see it being a very competitive game. Uh, Thomas Frank would want to prove a point, and he's a pragmatic manager that plays to the strengths of his team, which is already evident from what we're seeing with the sports team. For Man City, lots of new signings. Pep, the tinker man, he might decide to play Tijani in a deeper role against Spurs because he's a genius. And also, I don't know. I see a lot of goals in this game, and I think I'm going to move towards a high scoring draw.
This fixture last season was 4-0 to Spurs, by the way.
Yes. And
4-0.
just to add, I don't think Man City has put their problems of last season behind them. I personally don't see them winning the league. I see them parting ways with their manager this season. Buying a new team will not take them out of the woods, in my opinion, like they've done. Yeah, so it's just destiny delayed for Man City. Yeah, so I personally was not convinced by the first team.
Well, I share the same sentiments with you about Pep. I truly think this will be his last season at Man City. But I do think some of their signings are looking really good though. Like that Tijani guy, Renders. Yeah, he really impressed me. Last even in preseason, he's been scoring goals
Yeah,
during
I've been
preseason.
following him with AC
Yeah.
Milan and all. I just feel Pep has hit a ceiling tactically with Man City and in the Premier League as a whole.
Well, we're going to find out. So, what's your prediction for this game?
2-2.
2-2. Wow.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Exactly what I was going to say. I really can't put anything between this sides. And like you rightly said, we really can't judge where they are truly at from those two games. Playing Burnley, who just come up, and playing Wolves, who has been on a downward spiral for some time, selling all their players. I don't think that's a true test
Yeah.
of where they're at. So I just think this will be a draw, but there will be goals. There definitely will be goals in the game. So I might even say 3-3. I might say
Yeah,
3.
that I also thought about 3-3,
Yeah,
but
I might.
people seems more
Yeah, yeah.
realistic.
There will be lots of goals in the game, and I'll say 3-3. So that's about that. Let's just touch on the other games this weekend. On Friday we have West Ham versus Chelsea. What's your prediction for that one?
Uh, it's going to be a controversial pick, but I think I see a West Ham win.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. A West Ham win. Why?
Yeah, yes. So I don't think Chelsea has fixed their attack.
Okay.
And when the manager has come out to say, oh, he doesn't think he has the right defenders he needs, I don't think the Chelsea defense is in the right place either, in my
Okay.
opinion. So West Ham wanting to prove a point, and it's obviously they know how to get some of these results at times. So it was the hangover for Chelsea from the Club World Cup. I see a West Ham win 2-1,
Okay. Well, I definitely
and a
disagree.
Geoff assist.
Okay. I definitely disagree with you on that one. I think this West Ham team is very, very poor. They haven't replaced Kudus. I think Paqueta is leaving as well. Uh, the other guy has gone to Fenerbahce. I think what's his name? Alvarez or so. So I can't see a world where West Ham wins this game. I hear you on what you're saying about Maresca because I was equally frustrated at what he was saying about the defense. Even though you okay, if even if that was what he thought, I didn't think he was wise putting it out there like the defenders he has are not good enough.
In terms of quality, that's still one of the best
Yeah,
defenses
yeah,
in the league
because you just brought in Heto from Ajax. You have Anselmino there. You have guys
for
who,
fun.
yeah, exactly. You have guys who need that confidence. You don't just go out and say they are rubbish because essentially that's what you are saying when you are saying you don't have anyone that can play there. So I think in the press he should have been more coy on things like
Tactical, yeah.
this. Yeah, yeah. Just say something, and then indoors you can talk to the club and say, oh, I need this player, or I need. But putting down the players like that, I don't think that was the right thing to do. But even with all that, I can't see a world where West Ham wins this game. I think this is going to be
What's your
like
prediction? Your scoreline?
uh I'll say this is going to be like a 4-0 stomping. I think Pedro definitely scores in this game. I think Palmer definitely scores in this game. I don't know who else, but I think Pedro and Palmer scores in this game. 4-0, 4-0 to Chelsea.
Okay.
Okay. So we move on to Saturday. We've already spoken on City and Tottenham. So the next game is Bournemouth versus Wolves. What's your prediction here?
I can't see beyond the Bournemouth win. I'll give it 3-0 to Bournemouth.
3-0.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I agree as well. Not on the score. I think it's going to be a 2-1 for Bournemouth, but I can't see Wolves winning this game. I think in my prediction earlier, I already put Wolves in a relegation spot. I think this is going to be a disastrous season for them. And Bournemouth, despite losing almost all their backline, they are looking really good against Liverpool
Yeah,
and
exactly.
playing at home. I think this is going to be easy, but not. not 3-0 easy. So I'll be giving it a 2-1 for Bournemouth. Next is Brentford versus Villa. What's your prediction here?
Oh, well, it's a difficult one. I saw the Villa Newcastle game. I think Villa was not helped by
Very tight game, yeah.
yeah, they were not helped by the fact that they had to play a large part of the game with 10 men.
Yeah.
So I really don't know it's hard to put something on Villa right now, but I'll still have them as favorites to win the game. Maybe 2-1 or 3-2.
Okay. Well, I have 2-0 this game, 2-0 Villa. Brentford is another team who's really trying to relegate as well. Even though I don't think they are going to be relegated, but they are making a
Yeah,
pretty
they're in a state of flux, in my opinion.
so I can't see Brentford getting a point in this game. So I'm predicting a 2-0 win for Villa in this game. Next up is Burnley Sunderland, a battle of two promoted sides. Uh I think when I've been talking about this Sunderland team and especially about the business they've done, I said these guys have made very good signings. They are looking good. Everyone was predicting them to go back down, and I'm saying that's not what I'm saying. This team is a very good team, and they came out 3-0 winners against West Ham, albeit a poor West Ham team, but that was a very very good win, announcing their return to the Premier League. What do you think about this game?
I agree with your sentiment on Sunderland. They've done good business. They seem, compared to the other two newly promoted sides, they seem to really have that mindset of not wanting to go back down at the first time of calling. So I'll give it to Sunderland, 2-1.
2-1, yeah, that's my exact prediction as well. I'm giving it a 2-1. Maybe a Shaka goal, a bullet from outside the box. 2-1 Sunderland.
That would be nice to see. Not seen that in a while.
Yeah. Completing the Saturday games is Arsenal versus Leeds. Both teams uh, very very lucky in the first round of games. Arsenal, I think, stole 3 points from United and also Leeds as well, because that penalty for Leeds, I couldn't understand till this moment how anyone could give that as a penalty. So these are two teams who really didn't convince anyone in the first game that they're ready for the season. What do you think about this game?
So, or I can't say beyond Arsenal. I think on a very bad day for Arsenal, they'll still beat this Leeds team
Definitely,
on a
definitely.
very bad day. So definitely an Arsenal win, a Gyökeres brace.
Well, I agree with you as well. I think this is a game that will be really dominated by Arsenal.
Yeah,
First home game of the season. The fans will be up for this game, and I think I agree as well. Gyökeres would he might even score a hat trick. I think this will be a very very easy game for Arsenal. I'm predicting a 3-1 win here because it's Arsenal. I think they will also concede. So it's a 3-1 win for Arsenal for me.
yeah, 3-0 for me.
Yeah. On Sunday, we have Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest. And I don't know about you, but this is when I was going through the fixtures. This is one of the most difficult games for me to predict. And
Also, some transfer news just came through on the Athletic. Think
oh,
Arsenal is in for it finally
but isn't that too late?
on the Athletic. Yeah, but they say Eze wants to join Arsenal.
Hell, he wants to join Arsenal now after
Yeah,
saying he wants to join Spurs. Well, that would be very interesting. Very
set for
interesting.
2.0.
Well, when if it's a choice between Arsenal and Spurs, there's no way any player in the right mind goes to Spurs. So so that's an easy one there. But anyways, what do you think about this Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest?
So I think these are two very good teams. Uh, I can't see beyond a draw. Although the Nottingham Forest of last season had a way of winning this type of games convincingly with very unexpected margins. So either a draw or Nottingham Forest might just nick it.
Well, I see a very tough game, but
Absolutely.
I can't see a draw. I see a Forest win here. Reason because I think Eze should already be on the move by then. Gehi as well is rumored to be going to Liverpool. I don't know if he's going to play that game, and I don't know about his frame of mind for that game as well. But I think definitely Eze won't play that game. I'm sure. So
Yeah, if Eze is out of the picture,
yeah,
and
I
definitely a
think
Forest win.
I think Forest will just edge it. I think maybe a 2-1 win for Forest. And to be fair, Forest, they are looking really good. It's almost as if they just picked it up
From
back from
last
where they
season. Yeah.
dropped from last season. Really, really solid.
They've also done some good business. Important.
Very good business as well. Next is Everton versus Brighton.
I mean,
First home game for Everton in their shiny new stadium.
yeah, but
It's going to be an interesting one to see how what the kind of atmosphere the fans can generate for that first game. It's going to be interesting. But what do you think?
yeah, but I'll give it to Brighton. I don't think the Everton team that I saw against Leeds on Monday is any different from the team they had last season, which was a very poor team. It looked really poor on that. And to be fair, I think Grealish is spent, so I don't see Grealish. Grealish needs some time to grow into the game over the next couple of weeks. If he can ever get to half of the level he used to be at Villa. So for now, I can't see beyond a Brighton win. Brighton seems balanced. Yeah, I think they've done well around with their transfer business quietly. They've lost Pedro. I think they lost another player. I can't remember one of their key players, but they
I think
still look,
Ferguson as well. Yeah.
yeah, but they still look like a very close-knit group. They still look organized, and also I can't, I see them beating Everton.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with you here. Uh, I think first home game of the season, first game in a new stadium. I think that's a different motivation entirely.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
I agree they weren't impressive against Leeds, but that's another game. This is going to be a different team, and I think Moyes is going to really drill it into their head to start it off right, and I think they are going to get it. I think this is going to be a 1-0 for Everton.
Yeah,
Brighton's
if Everton wins the game, it can
yeah,
only be 1-0. I can't see
yeah.
them scoring more than
Brighton
one
is a
goal.
very good team as well, very solid team, but I see the occasion. I'm just putting the occasion at the forefront of this game. It's a massive occasion, and Everton, they're a very proud club. I don't think they would this is a game they would die to win, just to start things off right. And I think they're going to do it. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for Everton.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was.
And
Continue the last game.
yeah, concluding the Sunday fixtures is Fulham versus Manchester United. Uh Manchester United against Arsenal really impressed me because I was expecting the Man United from last season to continue somewhat, but they gave a good account of themselves, and if not from if not for some dodgy refereeing decisions and stupid corner tactics from annoying corner tactics from Arsenal, I think it would have been a different outcome. But regardless, United gave a good account of themselves in that game, and I can't see anything other than a win for United here. What about you?
Yeah, so yeah, good performance, credit to Man U, although yeah, over the last 2, 3 years, we've had that tendency to turn up well in big games and reduce the levels in the next game against smaller opposition. Although with what I saw last week, I don't think that might be the case. The team looks to be well drilled. You could see the
Yeah.
impact of the new signings, and I'll put my money on Man U to win this game 3-1 with
Mm.
an Mbeumo goal among the scorers. I expect Man U to concede because the goalkeeper issue is yet to be sorted out. Both keepers have an error in them. I expect another error to give Fulham a goal. Hopefully, after we score 2 goals.
Well, I'm giving it a 2-1 for United. The Sesko brace. Like you said, they would definitely concede because of the keeping a situation. So that's otherwise I would have said 2-0, but United must concede. That's constant. So, but I think it's going to be a Sesko brace. I think this is a game where Sesko announces himself to the United fans. So
I hope
that
so
was
too.
yeah, that's what I see. And that's it. We've gone through the games. We've let you guys know what we think, and we've touched on different topics like the Isak situation. And we also got breaking news as well during the show. But we've come to the end of the show, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, engage with us in the comment section, tell us what you think about our predictions, and about any other thing at all. So smash a like on this video. I think this video should easily get 200 likes. I think so. So let's run the likes up and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.